Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad you are here. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any new videos. Make sure you click the red subscribe button and you also click the notification bell. So, prayer.
Yeah.
One of the biggest crises that we have in this world is a crisis of leadership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, what is your understanding of leadership? Or maybe, who is a leader? What is a leader?
I feel like leader is a day-to-day word, but I don't think I really understand the meaning of it to actually explain.
Okay.
But what I can say is a leader is a person who leads a group of people. You see, it's just a way of me saying things.
Okay.
It's not really a definition.
All right.
But I think I really understand the meaning, but don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Actually, in most cases, you find that when people say you are a leader, they simply mean that you are in a position where you have people reporting to you. Yeah, probably you are a father in a home or you are a mother. By virtue of you having that position, then you have these people reporting to you and taking instructions from you. So which means there is leadership in the home, there is leadership, I mean even among children. There will be that child who is older than others. So in a way, they are also a leader. So we call that positional leadership. Yeah, positional leadership. You could actually be a community leader. Maybe you are a headman, you are a counselor, you are a mayor, or you a chief, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
You also have, corporate leaders. People who are in leadership positions in the corporate world, like in organizations.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
in banks, insurance companies, and all these other organizations. And then you also have leaders at national level. You have political leaders as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have people who are elected by the people they represent to become members of parliament, and some of them become cabinet ministers, and you also have presidents, you have prime ministers, you have national leadership, so to say. You also have international leaders, and you have global leaders. So, in terms of what you were talking about, I think that's what we call positional leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know whether you have ever heard about leadership in the 21st century.
No,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
The sun is burning.
He's
Let me
burning,
move this side.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so you see, leadership has been evolving over the years. The definitions of leadership have been evolving.
Okay.
It has evolved from just positional leadership to the value that somebody adds to people over the years.
Okay.
I think when we get time, I could explain some other things. But generally, the new definition of leadership in the 21st century is something to do with leadership being the ability, to craft a vision.
Okay.
Right? You craft a vision and you build a team
Interesting.
that accompanies you to achieve a certain goal following that vision.
So that's the 21st
Century
meaning.
definition of leadership.
Okay.
So you find that a leader in that sense is somebody who can craft a vision, build a team that follows through to make sure goals are achieved. And at the same time, as a leader, you must be able to motivate people and inspire people. And what mainly differs between a leader and a manager in this instance, we will talk more about that. We will distinguish between leadership and management another time. But for today, you will find that a leader cares about the people. In many cases, a manager is concerned about productivity and production. And we are not saying managers are bad people. Managers are good because they control, they plan, they coordinate the workplace. We need such people. But then what is lacking is people who care about others who can motivate and inspire and cause people to achieve a certain goal together. Not just as a transaction of saying, you have come in the workplace and I will pay you a salary if you do A, B, C, D. The leader goes deeper than that. They are concerned. They want to know their team. They want to know what motivates everybody in the organization. When one of the team members is not feeling well, it bothers the leader. Something has to be done.
True.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring across.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always thought a leader is just somebody who leads people. But now you talking means that they have to craft a vision.
Yes.
That, so which means that there are some people who actually call themselves leaders, but they don't actually lead the people.
You are getting it right.
They don't craft the vision.
There is no vision.
They just pull the people
And
they
you know,
don't take
the
care of
Bible
the
says
people.
where there is no vision, people perish.
Oh.
That's why we have a crisis of leadership in the homes. We have a crisis of leadership in organizations. We have a crisis of leadership in different areas. Many times when we say leaders, people think of political leaders. They are not the only leaders. You also have spiritual leaders, like in the churches. We hear too many stories about pastors. We hear too many stories about different kinds of leaders because people are lacking character. Because for you to be a leader, you must care about the people and you are exemplary. Yeah, maybe in future we'll also look at the different styles of leadership, like transactional, transformational, you know, we have, what else? Servant leadership, we have ethical leadership, and so on. We'll look at those as time goes on. But the idea for me was just to share with you and say, leadership in today's world talks to you being exemplary. And how many people are exemplary? How many people are people of fiber and character? How many people can actually say it's raining outside and we believe them? How many people can say it's sunny outside and we believe them without having to go and check for ourselves?
Wow.
Yeah.
Doc, I think that's very powerful.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, there's so many aspects of leadership. You know, it's my first time actually hearing about this. I think the leaders that we have right now, they just call themselves leaders without actually understanding the aspect of leadership.
Definitely.
I think if we have more trained leaders,
Yeah.
I think as nothing is easy in the world. If you try to plow, it's hard. If you try to be on Facebook, the scrolling also, your finger becomes painful.
Yeah, you need to learn how to do it.
Everything is painful in the world. So therefore everything needs training.
Yes, you are right.
So you cannot just give yourself a name as I am this, I'm a doctor. You need to have done something, you have to have trained for that. If you are a leader, you should have trained for that.
Wow, that's amazing. I like what you are saying. So you are saying for somebody to be called a leader, it's not just positional. There are certain, you know, things that you must learn. There are certain characteristics that we have to see in you, you know.